There is a lot of controversy going on with Bryan Fury in Tekken 8. His bio is really interesting and we're going to take a deep dive into it. Before we start the video, I just want to let you guys know that this will be a new series. I will start having discussions about the bios in Tekken 8 because this really makes the game the game. Learning about the character's past, understanding what's about to happen next, and you know, it's just very interesting. So let's go ahead and do this. Bryan Fury, Tekken 8 bio. Let's talk about it. So of course, before we do anything, we need to read the bio so that way we can understand what this discussion is about. It says Bryan Fury has a built-in perpetual motion machine that generates inexhaustible energy, and as an immortal replicant, he destroys everything. Even after the dispute between G Company and the Mishima Zaibatsu was settled, he repeatedly fought in various places and was wanted by the international police. It was in the middle of a street battle with an anti-terrorism special forces that the elite of the international police who had been enrolled in the past had gathered for Bryan. Is it because he has been overworked on many battlefields? Or is it the effect of his physical memory? The perpetual motion machine suddenly went into thermal runaway. Explosive power and pleasure scorched Bryan's brain and painted it red. When he regained consciousness, his surroundings had turned into scorched earth. Are you really that Bryan? A person who seemed to know Bryan from the past muttered under the rubble. As if to answer that question, a dual blow sound and a roar of laughter resounded. After examining Bryan Fury's bio in Tekken 8, I have two theories that may potentially be confirmed. First, Bryan's bio suggests that Lei will make a return in Tekken 8. The international police are searching for Bryan due to his destructive actions, setting up a possible reunion between Lei, who is a detective, and Bryan with their history from Tekken 3. If you guys didn't know, Lei in Tekken 3 was a detective, and he was on a mission to apprehend Bryan Fury, a dangerous cyborg created by the Mishima Zaibatsu. Lei pursued Bryan to bring him to justice for his past crimes and protect innocent lives. The beef between them could possibly be a reason for Lei's return in Tekken 8 to finally stop Bryan. My second theory is that Dr. Boskanovich will play a role in the Tekken 8 storyline. This is because Bryan's bio mentions his possession of a perpetual motion machine which generates inexhaustible energy, and his status as an immortal replicant that destroys everything, right? That's probably what we saw in his Rage Art doing his new character trailer. I also believe this connects with Dr. Boskanovich, a scientist known for his advanced robotics and technological creations, right? Additionally, Bryan's bios mentions his perpetual motion machine going into thermal runaway, which refers to like a rapid and dangerous increase in temperature. So because that machine is going so fast and it's increasing its temperature, it becomes more dangerous, which causes the heat to grow, right? So the temperature is growing. If the heat's getting faster, the machine is going faster, right? They also said that Bryan Fury was in the middle of the street battle with the anti-terrorism special forces that the elite of the international police who had been enrolled in the past had gathered for Bryan. So obviously Lei could be a part of this anti-terrorism special forces, and I can see right now that Lei and Bryan are about to fight in Tekken 8. Like, yo, you ready for this? You feel me? But then this is when it says that the perpetual motion machine suddenly went into the thermal runaway, right? So, and then it talks about the explosive power and how the blow up had scorched Bryan's brain and painted it red, right? Then it says when he regained consciousness, his surroundings had turned into scorched earth. This means that Bryan Fury most likely did a rampage thingy where he kills all of those members, and then Dr. Boskanovich sees that, and then he asks, is that really you? Is that really Bryan Fury? Or this could be Lei asking him that question because Bryan Fury shuts down, and maybe that thermal runaway did explode, but it didn't injure nobody. And then now Lei is like, oh, okay, maybe something is wrong with you. And maybe Lei tries to understand, right? But who knows? This is really interesting what they got going on for Bryan. I'm very excited for this because the person asking Bryan if he is that Bryan could be Dr. Boskanovich. As he is familiar with Bryan's past and the Mishima Zaibatsu's experiments, right? So he can just probably see Bryan like, yo, what are you doing destroying everything? Don't you remember that we need to only destroy the Mishimas? So this means now Dr. Brskanovich could possibly help Bryan destroy Jin and Kazuya, because Bryan wants revenge, right? Bryan wants revenge from what had happened to him in the past, from what the Mishima Zaibatsu had did to him, right? He was this ex-military soldier who got injured badly, right? He got injured badly. And so instead of helping Bryan become the man that he desired to be again, they decided to just use him as some type of machine. And Bryan's like, yo, what the heck? Like, you made me into this monster, so now I want revenge, right? So I feel bad for Bryan, man. It's kind of a sad story. This can definitely set the stage for Dr. Brskanovich returning to Tekken 8. Also, it is possible that both Lei and Dr. Brskanovich will make a comeback, with Dr. Brskanovich assisting Bryan in his quest to defeat Jin and Kazuya, while Lei tries to capture Bryan, right? Because you gotta remember, Lei is a detective, and of course it mentioned in Bryan's furry bio that the international police is looking for him. And who else do you know is a policeman in Tekken? Lei, right? Another thing that we have to remember is that Dr. Brskanovich and Bryan Furry does not like the Mishimas at all. They hate them so much. They do not like them at all. With that being said, I'd love to hear your thoughts on whether you believe Lei or Dr. Brskanovich is returning in Tekken 8. Chop that like button for some free chicken, and subscribe today to join the dojo community. This is Sensei from the dojo, and of course, I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.